Hello everyone, this is Barker Technical Solution and I'm Ferdous Rahman. In this video we are going to see how to use an 16 by 2 LCD display with an Arduino Uno. So for this we will need an Arduino Uno, a 16 by 2 LCD, a 10K potentiometer. We will also use a 330 ohm resistor and some wires to connect all of this. So first we need to connect our potentiometer, our 16 by 2 LCD display to the breadboard, and then we will connect our potentiometer and we will connect the positive and negative side of the potentiometer respectively to the positive and negative rail of our breadboard. Then we will connect the middle pin of our potentiometer to the third pin of the LCD display, and this is the contrast control display which will use to control the contrast of the LCD. Then we will connect the first pin of our LCD to the negative rail and the second pin to the positive rail of our breadboard, as you can see in our diagram. So these are the positive and negative pins. Then we will connect the fourth pin of our LCD to the 12th pin of the Arduino Uno. This is the resistor shift pin, and the 5th pin which is the read and write pin. As we will not be reading anything from this display, we will connect this to the negative rail of our breadboard, and the 6th pin which is the enable pin of the LCD will be connected to the 11th pin of the Arduino Uno. We will be then leaving the 4 pins and we will start from then. So after the gap of 4 pins, the next 4 pin will be connected respectively to the second, third, fourth and fifth pin of the Arduino Uno. So these are the data pins which we will use to send the data to our LCD display, and then the second to last pin we will be using a 330 ohm resistor, which is this resistor, and we will connect this to our positive rail of the breadboard, and the last pin of the LCD will be connected to the negative rail of our breadboard. So these are the LED anode and LED cathode pins. Now we will connect our negative rail to the ground pin of the Arduino and the positive rail to the 5-volt pin of the Arduino. So this is our diagram. Let's see our live circuit. So this is the circuit. So it is exactly how we saw in our diagram. So this is the 16 by 2 display. This is a 10K potentiometer. This is the 330 ohm resistor, and everything is connected in the same way, as you can see. Here I have used some little wires to connect all this, and all the pins are also connected the same way we have shown in our diagram. And this potentiometer will be basically used to control the contrast of our LCD. If you can't see anything in the display, then you can use this to increase the contrast and bring up those letters or characters. So we'll see it in a few moments. So let's go to our Arduino IDE to program this Arduino first. So now we are in our Arduino IDE. The first thing we need to do, we have to include the library to control the LCD display, so that which is included in the Arduino IDE. So to do that, we need to write #include, then a liquid crystal, and the liquid crystal will be spelled with capital L and capital C. So it is liquid crystal.h. Then we have to define all the pins which we have used to control the LED, LCD display. So the pins we have used to do that, we have to write liquid crystal, then LCD, then the pins we have used is 12 and 11, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The 12th pin we are using to, which is the register shift. The 11th pin is the enable pin of our LCD. The 2, 3, 4 and 5 number pins are the pins that we will be using to send the data to our LCD so that we can see all our characters. Then in the void setup, we have to begin the LCD working, we need to write LCD dot begin, and then 16:2 is our aspect ratio. Then we have to write what we want to print, so for that we will write LCD dot print, and whatever we want to write, we will write it in the parenthesis with the quotation mark, inside the quotation mark, which is for us hello world. So after that we will go to our void loop part. Now we want to add a counter so that we can see for how many seconds our LCD will be working. So to do that, we need to write int counter equal to millis divided by 1000. So if we divide the millis by 1000, we will have the second. So now we can see for how many seconds the LCD will be working. So if we want to display that to our LCD display, we need to set our cursor to the second row. So to do that, we have to write LCD dot set cursor, and we have to write first is 0, which will set our timer to the first character of our row, and the second 1, and where we have written 1 is the row number. So the first row is row 0, the second row is row 1, so we have written 1. So now we have to print the counter. So to do that, we have to write LCD dot print, and in the parenthesis we will write counter. So now we can see the counter in our LCD second row. So that's all we have done. So now if we upload this sketch to our Arduino, we can see it working properly. So now let's go to our live circuit and see it working. So now we have connected our Arduino IDE to our PC, and we have uploaded the program to the Arduino. So now as you can see in the LCD, we can't see anything. So if I rotate the potentiometer, here you can see all the characters. So this is basically used to control the contrast, as I have shown. So here in the first line we have the hello world, and in the second line we have the second counter. So that's all. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and if this video was helpful, please hit the like button